Warning. This video contains spoilers. If you don't want Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, spoiled for you, please skip this video. Now, I wouldn't consider myself a Star Wars superfan. I would just consider myself a Star Wars fan. I like the franchise, but I'm not crazy about it. As of filming this video, I've seen all 7 movies. But this past week, I actually saw The Force Awakens twice, back to back, believe it or not. I personally consider Star Wars The Force Awakens the best Star Wars movie ever made. We could all debate that, and I'd love to actually hear your thoughts in the comments down below. But that being said, let's get into the spoilers of the movie. Now, I'm not here to spoil the movie for you, I just want to give you my theory on the Han Solo death. And in order to do that, we have to talk about some spoilers. Now, one of the themes, the ongoing themes in Star Wars, is patricide, or killing your own father. Luke did it, and now Han Solo's son, Ben Solo, otherwise known under his evil name, Kylo Ren, he did it too. Or so we're led to believe. Now, if Han Solo can survive being frozen in carbonite, I think he has a chance of surviving being stabbed by a lightsaber this time around. Now, to support my theory that Han Solo isn't dead, we're going to have to go back into the movie a little bit, to the outpost run by Maz Kanata. Immediately following the scene where Rey finds the lightsaber, Maz Kanata informs her that that lightsaber is in fact Luke and Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. Now, of course, the theory is out there that Rey is Luke Skywalker's daughter. Which brings up another ongoing theme in Star Wars, which is nepotism. Everybody seems to be related to somebody else in the series. But anyway, back on the Han Solo track. Now, that lightsaber was last seen at the end of Empire Strikes Back, when Darth Vader cuts off Luke Skywalker's hand and the lightsaber goes down into the bottomless pit. Now, in a later scene, Maz Kanata tells Finn and Han Solo that indeed is Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. They want to know how she found it, and she says that's a story for another day. So, flash forward to when Han Solo gets killed by his son, or presumably killed by his son. He also falls into a bottomless pit, much like Luke Skywalker's lightsaber did at the end of Empire Strikes Back. So how did Luke Skywalker's lightsaber get retrieved out of the bottomless pit? Well, presumably there's some sort of scavenger, or a series of scavengers down there, grabbing cast-offs from these evil battle stations and then selling them on the black market. So when Han Solo actually falls down into this bottomless pit, my theory is that one of these scavengers picks him up. Now, they probably don't know who he is at this point, but he probably has some weapons on him, so they'll scavenge those off of him. But any scavenger worth his salt will probably realize at some point that this is Han Solo. And there's not a day that goes by that Han Solo doesn't have a bounty on his head. So to further support this claim, let's rewind back into the movie again, where Han Solo is introduced into The Force Awakens. He's on his freighter. And while on that freighter, he's confronted by 2 groups that he's swindled. So again, that serves as a reminder that Han Solo always has some sort of bounty on his head and always has somebody chasing him. So in my little theory here, the scavenger finds Han Solo, realizes who he is, sees that he's injured. He actually was just stabbed by a lightsaber. It wasn't like he was cut in half or anything like that. And of course, a lightsaber will cauterize any wound. So as long as it didn't hit any vital organs, Han Solo could potentially live. So what does this scavenger do? Are they able to help Han Solo on the spot? Probably not. They might put him into some sort of suspended animation, or put him in carbonite again, and freeze him and then take him to collect the bounty on Han Solo. So that's my theory as to why Han Solo isn't dead. Now, am I wrong? I could totally be wrong. But I think that the 2 scenes where Maz Kanata actually talks about the lost lightsaber and the earlier sequence with the 2 groups that Han Solo swindled leads me to believe that there's an open end to this story, that Han Solo is not dead yet. Now, will they bring him back in episode 8? Maybe, maybe not. However, I do think by episode 9, we'll see Han Solo alive and well again. Again, it's just my theory. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. So just in order to keep this video somewhat tech-related, let's talk about the 3D that I saw Star Wars in. Now, the first time I saw Star Wars, I saw it in regular 3D, and it was actually the first time I watched a movie in a recliner. The movie theater actually had recliners in it. Leather, padded, heavily padded recliners. And I was nearly horizontal the entire time. There's only a little bit of an angle to those recliners, and I thought it was actually pretty cool. But I saw the first showing with these 3D glasses here. And they're just regular polarized 3D glasses that I could use on my 3D television. Then the second time, I saw these movies back to back, by the way. The second time I went to see Star Wars, The Force Awakens, was in IMAX. And these are IMAX 3D glasses. Now, I never knew this up until this point, but regular 3D is different than IMAX 3D. However, not by much. So when I was sitting down to watch the second showing, I was just using the glasses that I had on before. And all I saw was double vision, sort of if you would take the glasses off. And I thought, wow, why are my 3D glasses not working? They were just working in the other theater. Then I realized I had to use my IMAX 3D glasses that I have here. So I put them on, and no problem. So why is IMAX 3D different from regular 3D? Well, as it turns out, they just reverse the lenses. So, watching regular 3D, I could put these glasses on, and of course you put them on with these things over your ears, as everybody knows that you put glasses on. But if you want to use these glasses to watch IMAX 3D, you actually have to reverse them. So you would have to hold these glasses and have these earpieces pointing away from your head, and this part pointing towards your head. So they're basically reversed. So of course I didn't want to do that, so I just used these. So that was an interesting little tidbit of information that I found out from watching Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Regular polarized 3D is reversed in IMAX.